Hello and welcome back to some more Melbourne Airport and of course Airport CEO. I wanted to start off this episode by fixing a few things you guys told me about in the comments. The first of which is you guys really aren't happy about the fact that these two runways are going in opposite directions. So we're going to fix that right now. This one is going to be rotated and I thought there was an easy way to do that. But apparently not. Oh yes, there is. We just have to close it first, and then we can change the direction and reopen that runway. That's going to mean the airport should now flow in a direction where they come down here, come up to their stands, and then they can get up to this before getting back on the runway as well. So that should help traffic in our general aviation side as well. As for this runway, I'm not 100% sure if it's more reasonable to be taking off towards the terminal or landing over the terminal, but for the sake of argument's sake, we're going to also flip this one around. Mostly because someone mentioned that the hangar should probably be over here, and I don't particularly want to move it just because we would then have to build all 5 of these stands to get this to connect with the service roads and everything like that. So instead, we're just going to flip this runway around. And that way, everything should still work, but it will mean instead of coming out this way and going up and taking off over here, they'll instead land, take off from this direction and go up here before heading back down to the stands. Then they can get into the stand before being escorted to the terminal itself. The other thing that was mentioned is none of these are actually connected to my baggage bay. So we should probably get that done. There was also a mention that the baggage bay, baggage collection area should probably be over here. And I honestly agree with you, and we can probably get that done as well. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. We do have room over here, so I might keep both of these here just for anyone who's, you know, using these flights or maybe even this flight here. But we'll add a third baggage area in over here to get that. So anyone that's in, you know, this flight here doesn't have to walk further into the airport to go ahead and get their bags. So let's go ahead and just copy and paste that, I suppose. That seems like it'll be probably the easiest way to get this done. I'm not going to copy and paste the elevators because that won't work, but we'll keep this at the same height here. Run this all the way over. Give them a nice gap of, say, 4. Plop that down there, and that should be okay. Then we'll jump into our conveyor belt system, of course, and grab ourselves an escalator up. Make sure we are doing this from the ground floor, or from the underground, I should say, just to make sure these are all connected. And then we can just come in with our high-speed belts here, and I guess we can just run this straight off from here, because this is where all our baggage is coming in, and we'll skip the actual connections and we'll put those in with tilt trays just so everything gets where it needs to go, like so. And that should be all good to go. We just need to make sure that that is actually a baggage claim area, like so, and then also open it and connect it to our baggage bay, and then open it. It's currently not connected because we need to actually build all these before that can happen. So this shouldn't take but a minute. We'll jump into the fastest time lapse you've ever seen on this channel, and we'll be back. All right, and we are open. That is a new baggage bay. The other thing you guys suggested, which I really quite like the idea of, is actually zoning the middle of these baggage bays as staff zones, just so that people actually wait on the outside rather than the inside. And we can do the same for all of our baggage bays. And hopefully that means people will just stay on the outside of these and not go into the middle. I also do want to address the fact that my airport is ugly. I am aware. We will be fixing that up in a time lapse today. Hopefully I can do something a little bit better. I have installed a couple of flooring mods, which hopefully should help with that process, making that look a little bit better. Someone also said that I should probably wall this in completely, and I think you're right. So we're going to do that as well. Can I just demolish these? Yes. So we're going to actually wall this in, leave a little bit of that hazard tape there, just so that our staff can get in and out of here. That should be okay. Jump into terminal menu and grab ourselves some walls, and we'll wall this in. I honestly never even considered putting walls around these, so that should help out a little bit with aesthetics. This is going to be a little bit tighter, but I think it will also be okay. So we'll jump in here, throw in some walls just around, and we'll have to do this one a little bit later when we build out the rest of this. But these should now all be connected and working the way we want them to. And that should be a-okay. We have so many people in our airport at this point. It's also saying we need more baggage trucks. There's 10 jobs available, which sounds a little bit ridiculous. Although once you consider the fact that we have these, I guess that's not super unreasonable. What else is it saying we need? Belt loader trucks. Yes, because the mediums do actually use belt loaders, I believe. So we definitely need to get some more vehicles up in here. And staff isn't too bad. It's saying we need 7 more ramp agents. We can absolutely hire some more of them. Before we get too far along in this episode, we'll go ahead and hire basically everyone here. That should sort that issue out. But yeah, we've definitely got a few issues. I know this isn't like super realistic having this airport face directly into this terminal here, but you know, we're in a game. And at some point, I think I would like to, once we have like all of the money, I think I would like to close the airport for a few days and basically redesign the whole thing, especially once we unlock some more of these tiles and we have some more room to play with. I think that could be fun, just doing a brand new build. But for now, I think that's most of the issues that you guys had with the airport, apart from the fact that it is actually quite ugly. So that's good, I suppose. Everything should be working. Let's go ahead and grab ourselves some more vehicles. Because right now, what do we actually have in terms of baggage? We just have 4 baggage trucks, which is definitely not enough for 10 small stands, because these ones only serve the small stands. I should also make sure that these are actually assigned to the, what's it called? The vehicle depot that they should be going to. So I think we'll get, maybe, let's grab 4 more of these small baggage trucks and call that good. Which ones are they? I believe they're the large, right? I believe they're these ones. So let's grab 4 more of them. And then I believe for the medium planes, we need the small hauler belt loader truck. So we'll grab 4 of them as well and let those come in. And then we'll make sure they're assigned. We have flight MP288 running late at aircraft stand 18. Why is that the case? I'm fine with it being late. I just want to know why. That's not the one I want. I want G. Who's running late? Is it going to tell me? I really thought this told me. Is it this timer here? Turnaround time is, yeah, these 2 are running late. Boarding closed. They are done. That shouldn't be too much of an issue. It's really not running late by much. I think we're fine. And, you know, everyone's been telling me that I should probably increase this, and I think I will. We'll go up to an hour between flights just to give ourselves a little bit more leeway overall, but that should be okay. Wait for these trucks to come in, and as you can see now, this should be working. These people shouldn't be standing in the middle. As soon as they leave, they shouldn't return. We have some of our trucks arriving. Another delay. That's fine. I believe that's everything arrived. Maybe one more? No, I believe that's all of them. So, oh, we have an emergency. Another delay. Mayday, mayday. Tulip Airlines Flight TU-119, weight class medium, is experiencing in-flight security emergency and requiring airport police car assistance. We can absolutely accept that. We'll pause the game while we get this done. And because we still have this one that is available for emergencies, we can just slot them in straight away and get them rolling. They'll come in here, be dealt with by our police, and be good to go. Let's jump back into our vehicles. And we want anyone that isn't assigned over here to be assigned to the vehicle depot 1. just so they're in the right place at the right time. I believe that is everyone that we need to assign there, and then we assign these guys up here, and I believe that is the right way to do this. If I am wrong, please do let me know, but that should work out. I hope these medium belt loader trucks can actually work on the medium planes. I think they do. We have our police coming in to help with this emergency. We've got a couple of delays here. Like quite a few delays actually. Still occupied. Yeah, still occupied. So increasing that timeout on the flight planner here to 60 minutes should help out with all of those delays. In the meantime, we're going to go into our flight planner here and say always delay, because I don't want to keep clicking that button every 2 minutes. And that should be all good to go. Let's have a look at our vehicles. It's still saying we have a shortage of baggage trucks, which, I mean, is surprising to me. Surely we don't need a baggage truck for every single stand. That seems a little bit excessive to me. And I just want to see that these are actually being serviced by our belt loaders. Hopefully they are. Can't see any of these being serviced by belt loaders at all. Baggage is connected. Ah, here we go. So we do have the belt loader trucks working on our medium aircraft now, which is fantastic. What else do we need to do to get this up and running? I don't think much. I think everything here should be pretty much good to go. What we might do is run a little bit of a time lapse. I'll do a little bit of decorating, trying to make this look a little bit prettier. And then we should, by the end of that time lapse, have a little bit more money to complete the rest of this medium terminal section here and get that up and running, increasing our capacity even further. Okay, honestly, I think that's looking a little bit nicer. Just with the plain sort of wooden floors. You can still see a distinction between the secure zone and the non-secure zone. And you can see these lines coming in nicely here. I think, honestly, this looks a little bit better. It's still not great. I'm not sure what I want to do with the yellow and stuff like that yet. I think we need more separation. But I think for now, this is a little bit less aggressive to look at. The color before was just a little bit much and definitely not what I wanted to go for. What I'm thinking is we definitely need a more bathroom for our medium stands, because this is not it. This is not it at all. We definitely need to add a bathroom down here, and we should probably go ahead and do that before we don't do that, because yeah, this is horrible. Imagine paying $7 to use this bathroom and just going in there and being like, oh my god. That would be horrific. We should be making all of the sales now though. That shouldn't be an issue. This contract has expired though. Let's see how high we can go. If we grab Costa Coffee, they're going to pay us $8.55 an hour. Let's go ahead and sign them up. That should be fine. These two are also making their sales just fine. I believe our retail stores should be having no problems whatsoever, and yeah, absolutely. We should also probably get some shops in here as well, so I'm thinking we do bathrooms somewhere down here, and then some shops off to the side. So let's go into another quick little time lapse as we figure that out, and I'll be back. And as we jump into our time lapse, I want to tell you guys about the membership drive that we have going on. Of course, you know about the giveaway already if you've been watching this series at all, but there are other benefits to becoming a member of this channel. Of course, you get early access to all of our videos that could be up to like a week early in some cases. You also get 10% off anything you buy in the merch store. The discount code is posted as a members only post in the community tab every single month. You get access to a private Discord channel. You just need to make sure you link your YouTube account to your Discord. You also get a nice little badge next to your name whenever you leave a comment, and some cool emotes that we definitely need to update in the near future. But if you are able to become a member, I appreciate you guys so much. And yeah, you guys are absolutely awesome. All right, with those 5 rooms built, we have a nice sized bathroom with a lot more toilet space. A little bit of an entryway here just in case we do get lines. We also have 2 foods, one with just the display fridges and then one with a cooking station. We have 2 little shops down here as well. That should help us service our medium stands just that little bit better, but now we need to go in and actually sign contracts for each of these. So we're basically going to take the best that we can get. Hopefully we can find some 4 stars that fit these guys. We have a Petite Bissau, I don't know how to say that. I apologize for that pronunciation. I know that that is definitely incorrect. If we can find someone who isn't that name, no we can't. So it looks like these guys are going in for $8.10 an hour. We will sign that contract quite happily. And then in terms of our cafe here, we can go with, let's see, we have a bistro. That's the only 4-star that I'm seeing right now. Oh no, we also have Wasabi. They want 696 and the bistro wanted 656. They're a little bit more interesting. They want armchairs, plants, tables and stuff like that. So let's go with the bistro, since we already put in some seating in there. And we also have some shops that we can definitely get in. It looks like we might only be able to go up to 2-star. Oh no, we can go up to 3-star. We just need more shelves. We definitely can't go up to 4-star. We just don't have the space, but it looks like, yeah, we need more shelves if we want to be able to do that. So that is something we can absolutely do. Let's add in some more shelves, change this shop up just a little bit and get it looking a little bit differently. We'll get rid of these really big display cases, jump into our shops, and we'll use, could maybe go with the mediums, although that doesn't quite fit. I think we'll go with the small, maybe do some wall mounted along here. Go 2 there, 2 there, that should be fine. And then we can jump in maybe with the medium now and say that will be okay. Yeah. Medium, and then maybe some small ones in the center there. We grab our pedestals. Should be able to do something. Make this work. Something like this maybe. That should work out just fine. That should give us more than enough for a 3-star business to be put in here. Do we have any interesting ones that we recognize? That is the question. They need more space. And yeah, no. It looks like we're either going with W.H. Smith or Traveler's Shop need more space. No. So it looks like we're going with W.H. Smith. They're going to give us $540 an hour. We will be happy with that. And then let's look at this one. We might not have enough room for 3 stars in here, but we'll check again. Yeah, 152, 147, not quite enough room in this one, so we might just throw in a quick little 7-Eleven for 198 maybe, unless there is anything better. 219 is better for relay, so we'll go with them and call that happy days. We get that building, and that should be good to go. We are slowly building up our money, and we should have more than enough to get this done in no time at all. I do want this to be built first though, so we'll let this build and then we'll come back and build out the rest of our terminal. While they're building that up, we are having some issues with people down here. Can't reach their job site. Don't forget, whenever you expand your secure zone, you actually want to expand your secure zone. So we'll go ahead and say that is all secure zone. That should fix all of these problems down here. But what I was going to talk about was the fact that our buses are queuing up basically across our parking lot, which I don't want. Someone did suggest adding a secondary entrance to our airport, and I like that idea. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to place that right there. And then also grab ourselves, if we go into our infrastructure, grab ourselves a sidewalk, and we'll extend our sidewalk up to there. The other thing we can probably do, which I think was also suggested in that comment, was add a secondary entrance to our staff zone so that they can enter from the back. And we can also say we don't want our contractors in here. They can just hang out down in the contractor bay whenever they're not busy, and that should be fine. We'll also go ahead and add some more staff zones to the secure area as well. At some point, I'm thinking maybe we could have like a giant staff area in here, just for any security personnel, any ramp personnel that need to be in the secure zone basically all the time. They won't have to come out of security and go back in all the time. And that should be good to go. But with this secondary entrance, that should be good. We have an emergency that has been resolved. We really haven't had any major emergencies come up in the recent times. It's all been pretty manageable stuff. Nothing that's taken us by surprise. So that is good. Let's have a look at our flight planner here. See how we're doing in terms of flights. It looks like we could maybe grab one more contract to fill out both the medium stands, and it looks like some of our small stands are struggling for flights as well. Although not too bad. We're pretty full. We're doing about 67 flights per day. We are bringing in pretty good money, about $34,000 an hour. If we go to the daily view, about just over $500,000. So we are pretty happy there. One thing that we did need to review is we have some contracts that can be done. I forgot to turn on auto negotiations, so we'll go ahead and deal with these guys, and then we'll come back and actually turn on auto negotiation. So this one's for our contractors, which I would really quite like to get as cheap as possible. We can get up to $1.80. $1.80 per hour per contractor is actually insane. I don't know who these contractors are that are willing to go to that price, but I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to use all my points here. So maybe we just save like 60 cents an hour and say only use, wow, we can use no points to get that. So let's go up to 80 cents an hour and bump this up with 4 points, give us a 94% expected return. That is accepted. And then we just have 3 of our airlines that can be negotiated with. So we have 12 points here. None of these guys have any bonus negotiation points. So 12 divided by 3 is 4. So we'll use 4 points per. And I don't know why this is already set up, but that is interesting. And we're just going to bump this up basically one at a time. I think I would like to increase the medium flights more than I would the small flights at this point. So we'll go something like that. Increase our small flights by 192 per flight and our medium flights by 923 per flight. Send that offer. That is accepted, and we'll probably try and do that exact same negotiation tactic with all of the others. So something like that, use 4 points, send the offer, hope that it gets accepted, and it does, and do the exact same here. And 4 points, send the offer. And that is good to go. And then, of course, and don't forget to check auto negotiation. Because this can get a little bit tedious as you get more and more contracts under your belt. So that should be good. We are starting to get some 5-star contracts now. These aren't super good to us right now. They only have medium and large. We don't have any large airlines at this point. So unless we have a contract for contractors at 5 stars, then it's not really worth it. Also, no fuel suppliers that are particularly interesting to us. Yeah, so that will be fine for the moment. This is all built up and should be working. We should see this bathroom get a lot of customers in. No one's really using the bathroom at this point. This store is incredibly busy. So many people in this store right now. I would not like to be in there, but that is their choice. But everything here should be working a-okay. They're getting a lot of sales, so we really shouldn't have too many issues there. I don't see any exclamation marks on our map that we need to deal with, so I'm pretty happy about that. Let's go ahead and get the rest of this built out and get another 5 medium aircraft working for us. Looks like we do have staff shortages. It's just janitors. We always need more janitors, so we'll go ahead and hire all of the janitors we can, see if they can catch up with that work, because it says we have 52 jobs available for our janitors. That doesn't mean that we need 52 more janitors. That just means we have jobs available and the janitors will slowly handle them one by one until they catch up, and then we'll probably have a surplus. So yeah, we're already down to 8 jobs available. we should have more than enough janitors at this point, but we'll keep an eye on it just to make sure. The other thing I do want to keep an eye on, oh, we have contract negotiations. Let's have a look at that. That should be dealt with automatically now, right? We go to all, yeah, these are all done. Perfect. That's great. The other thing I wanted to keep an eye on is our parking. It looks like we are reasonably full, but not super full. So I'm not super concerned about building more parking just yet. I mean, how much money are we making from parking? Around 4,000 an hour. That's not bad. Same from franchises. And then most of it's coming from our aircraft. Yeah, we're doing all right. We're doing all right, but let's get this built. Build planned objects. Let's go build all of you. Oh, the other thing we should check too is our baggage. Yeah, no one is waiting in the middle anymore, which is absolutely fantastic. I think these are all connected properly. Should see some baggage coming in any minute now. And we'll make sure that that is all working and connected the way that it should be. I don't see why we would have any issues with that. We have our baggage being unloaded from this plane now. And we still might need some more janitors. And hopefully in a second we'll see it being shipped out to our baggage bays for people to collect. Any second. Here comes some now. And where's it going to end up is the question. Looks like it's coming in here. So yeah, no one is standing in the middle, which is exactly what we want to see. These should all be getting built nicely, and we also need to remember to build the top level. Insufficient funds. We need a little bit more money before we can get that done. But honestly, it shouldn't be too much money, right? That's 145. We can't afford that. So we'll build these two at a time, I guess. And then eventually we'll build out the rest of these medium stands as well as we slowly but surely get some more money in the bank. So I'm going to do a little time lapse as we get the rest of this terminal built out, and we'll be back in a little bit. With our terminal all built out now, we are mostly just waiting for a little bit more money to be able to build these stands. That's going to cost us $500,000, so that's going to take a little bit. But I am noticing these queues are still a little bit insane for the buses, so I think we need to figure that out. In the meantime though, we have another emergency. We can go ahead and accept that, and of course my game crashes as soon as I do. So that's always fun. We'll be back. It seems like we have a crash every single episode. If anyone knows what is causing my game to crash so often, please let me know. But I'll be back as soon as we're back in. Alright, we're back in, and it looks like we didn't lose too much. It was just this one terminal that we need to now rebuild, and then we'll go ahead and sort out the bus situation. Alright, so I'm hoping I left enough room here. I think I did, but we might have to do something a little bit tricky. We grab a public road here, and it looks like we don't quite have enough room to put it on the same orientation. So what I'm thinking is we have this come up to there. Well, we probably do actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, because that only takes up one. We could go here, and that would be more than fine. Yeah, let's do that. Let's split them up so that they're not all queuing in the same area, and then we'll grab ourselves 2 bus stops. They can go there, and then of course we grab ourselves our sidewalk, and that just extends up the top there to keep everyone happy. Of course, at this point, now that we're not relying so much on the money that we're generating from our parking, we could probably consider the fact that we have the subway. And we have a pretty nice little subway entrance available to us, like maybe in here would be a nice little area for that. But I don't want to build that just yet. I want to let this run and see how this bus stop goes. See if that fixes a lot of this queuing that we're getting at the moment. Having 2 more buses available for our passengers. Yeah, but we'll have to see. We'll keep an eye on it, but I think that should be good. Now we just seriously need to wait for some money. Wait for some money to come in and build out the rest of these medium airports. And then I think, these medium stands, I should say. And then I think that's probably where we'll leave today's episode. A little bit more of a maintenance episode, this one. And then next episode, I think we're going to come in and try and add all the services to our medium stands, get our medium aircraft. So, what the hell was that? Oh, I forgot to do a very important thing. This needs to be reversed so that our aircraft don't come in, land, and turn around on the airstrip. We also need to do the same thing up here because these are also the wrong way around. Let's go that way and that way. That should help out a lot more. None of our general aviation was working. I'm sure you guys were absolutely screaming at me in the comments for that one. And I apologize, but yeah, that should work out a little bit better now. They actually have a round flow of traffic. Whoops, that's my bad. So yeah, remember, if you reverse your runways, you also need to reverse your ramps because that didn't work out well at all. It looks like we still have a lot of queuing, but this will probably take some time to clear if it does clear. We actually aren't at capacity. These can take 250 people. So yeah, it looks like they just don't have places to do things. I actually think, now that I'm thinking about it, do we have bus shelters? This might help with our queues. Let's grab ourselves some glass bus shelters and throw these in and hope that it just saves up some space. We do something like this. I think that might help. It'll give somewhere for people to sit and wait for the buses rather than just being out in the open. So let's do that real quick. Same for both of them, I guess. And yeah, that should help us out with the amount of people queuing for buses. It might even help them get on the buses faster, but I'm not 100% sure. So we'll get those built and see how important those bus shelters actually are. I'm just really trying to get rid of this nonsense because that does not look good to me and I do not like it even a little bit. So we'll wait for this to build. We'll wait for some money to come in, get the rest of these 5 stands built and connected, and we'll go from there. Alright, with $500,000 in the bank, we should now be able to go ahead and say build all of these stands in a second. There we go. And now we just need to wait for a little bit more money again just to upgrade these all to have jetways, and then we should be good to go. We need to make sure that we connect these to the baggage bays, connect up all of our check-in desks or our boarding desks, our automated boarding desks, and that should be good. We should then have 9 stands available for medium aircraft, 8 of which will be running at all times. This last one here will be for emergencies only. And yeah, that should be good. So as soon as these are built, we'll come in and we'll configure all of these. By that time, we should hopefully have enough money to upgrade these all to have jetways. And we will see how that goes. How much is that? 20,000. So we only need 100,000 to get this done. I'll run a little bit more of a time lapse here as these get started. I'm not going to connect them to the boarding desks yet until we have jetways for all of them. What we can do in the meantime though is connect these all to our baggage bays. I believe that was all of them. We have a look at these lines. This one didn't get connected. I'm not sure why. Why can I not connect you? Too many connected stands. I really thought this could handle that many, because this has 10, right? Maybe medium is different. Maybe we can't have a stand for baggage on our very last thing. That is interesting. I really thought this could work. Oh, I see. So the medium stands are worth 1.5 points whereas the small stands are only worth 1. So if we wanted to get this done, we would actually need to add another stand in here. And I think we can do that. We'll just remove this baggage area and add another stand in here. So let's do that real quick, because I definitely want these all to be connected for baggage. So this can all be removed. That's fine. And we'll also remove part of this wall. How wide is this? 20. So that'll go to there. And that should be okay. We'll just have them both right next to each other in the middle of our terminal. Which, I mean, it works. It'll do the job for now. We do now have enough money to get these all upgraded with jetways. That will work. Perfect. And I still won't connect them up yet until we have baggage for everyone. So we'll jump into our conveyor belt system. Grab ourselves another baggage bay, which I believe goes this way. We need to remove this baggage claim area and also remove the staff zone from in here because that is no longer necessary. But we do not currently have the money for a baggage bay because they cost 50 grand. Everything's so expensive in this game. I mean, it makes sense. It's an airport, right? Airports are expensive. But yeah, we'll just throw this in. We could actually probably throw it in like right there and double up on that part there, but no, I think I'll put it here. Give myself that little bit of extra room just to have this work. Position not valid. Because this is no longer a secure zone. So if we add that back in, we should be able to grab our baggage bay. And position not valid, really? Why not? That's valid. That's not. Is it because this is a stand? Is that why? Can I just not do this unless I move everything down by 1? That's frustrating if that's the case. I'm gonna leave this for now. Oh, you know what it is? It's because these are here. I think. It might not be, but we'll remove them first and see if that fixes our problem. And if it doesn't, then we'll go from there. Because, yeah, where was valid? There's valid. Yeah, I think that's the problem. I think I just didn't demolish these. And that was causing us issues. So now if we grab a baggage stand, there we go. That's better. So we'll throw that in there. Grab ourselves some walls for the outside. Just to there and just to there. That should be good to go. Grab ourselves our conveyor system. We want an escalator up coming into here. And an escalator down coming out of here. Jump down into our bottom view here. And we should be able to just go ahead and grab ourselves high speed and say anything coming in should also, we need to remove that. And then we'll do this into there. And then this one can just come straight down. We'll throw in a tilt tray here just in case we need it. And grab ourselves high speed over to here. And then as soon as this is demolished, we'll also throw in a tilt tray there to make sure everything is getting routed to the correct location. And then of course we also need to make sure we put in some service roads up here and change the floor to the darkest one, I believe, or in there. We'll actually extend it out just a little bit further. I believe that's the right one. As soon as they get built. Is that the right one? Maybe it's the concrete. Yeah, it's the concrete. That's the one. Throw them in there. And I believe we also had some decorations that we wanted to put in here, which is these. And just go in like so. Make sure people know that this is a staff zone and they shouldn't be doing stuff, which is fine. That's all good to go. And then I'm actually going to disconnect these four to this instead. And that way we'll sort of have it split between these two. This one is going to have 4 ramp agents per side. And we need to make sure that we connect half of these. So if we select you, and you, reconnect them to this baggage bay, that should be fine. This can now be turned on. And that should be working, I believe. And these are now all connected, apart from this last one. It's connected too. I believe that is all of the things that I need to do. No, it's not. It's not. I need to reconnect this to there. So this baggage bay is going to service these ones, which will go down to this baggage claim area. And this one will service the rest, which will come into here. We have a little emergency that we can deal with real quick. Wrong thing. There we go. Grab you and throw you in as soon as we can. Perfect. That should be good. And now we just need to jump up here and shift click all of our boarding desks and connect them to the stance. And we should be ready to accept a whole bunch more medium flights, which might mean we need to accept a couple more contracts as well, but we'll check that in just a second. They're all connected. Good to go. And I believe they should be all set up and working. They all have everything they need. Let the game run for a second, and we will try and open our flight monitor without the game crashing. Perfect. And now we need to go in here, turn on auto planner for 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. 29 will be now our emergency stand. Jump back into the flight planner, and as soon as the day hits over to the next, we should see if we have enough flights or not. So not there. I really thought these would get filled out a little bit quicker than they have. Everything should be connected and running. Don't think we have any issues that I am seeing. We might just have to wait for a little bit longer to see this update. Or we might just not have enough flights available. No, it looks like we do. So I'll leave this run for just a little bit longer and we'll check to see if we have flights coming in for those or not, and then we'll be back to end the episode. Okay, I don't think we have enough contracts to be able to do that. So let's jump into our economy tab, accepted contracts, filtered by airlines. No, offered contracts, filtered by airlines. And let's grab ourselves some more airlines. Since we're mainly looking for medium, we can probably go ahead and accept a couple of the 5-star contracts. I'm going to pay us $6,000 per flight. We'll say grab, I don't know how many, a couple, swiftly. You're in. Who else can we grab that is 5 stars? So many airlines. Maple, we'll accept your contract as well. And one more just for the fun of it. Let's grab a 4-star. Just so that we have, 4 stars are also only large. So let's grab a 3-star. So we have another small airline in. Ideally one that I recognize. Jetstar, why not? They're also medium and large. Do we not have any that have small flights anymore? Jetstar, no. Virgin Australia is only medium. Tulip Airlines is a lot of medium. Where are all my small flights? Do I really have to go back to a 2-star airline to get small flights? Looks like I might have to. So let's have a look for someone I recognize, which is almost none of these. Rex. We have Rex. Let's go for Rex in there, and then we should be able to open our flight planner. And this should now update with some more flights on our schedule. I hope. These should all be working and connected. So back into a time lapse to make sure this worked. Alright, I'm starting to think we might be experiencing a bug here, so I'm going to quickly save and reload and come right back. Alright, after reloading, I'm still not seeing flights in here. So we might have to end the episode here, and you guys can let me know what the issue is. None of these guys are offering any flights right now. They all were a second ago. So I don't know what that's about. We should have offered flights. I mean, our aircraft rating is pretty good. Our baggage is not getting to our passengers, which is interesting. I also don't know why that would be the case. Everyone should be getting their baggage, unless they're like waiting around the wrong bay, but baggage is being moved. So yeah, the only thing that is really hurting us is the price, because we increased everything so much. We might actually decrease that in the next episode. Thankfully, our queuing situation with the buses has been resolved, so that's good for the moment. Let's open this back up. Oh, it looks like we are slowly but surely getting some flights in here. We might have to accept even more contracts, because these guys are just not offering us the flights we want right now. And yeah, it's slowly but surely filling up. So that is good. It looks like we didn't do anything wrong. We might just not have enough contracts to be able to deal with that just yet. We need more ramp agents. That is actually true. And some more passenger service agents, but we'll deal with that in the next episode, along with a bunch of services for our medium aircraft. And potentially, I'm seeing this area down here as a good spot to have some helis, but I'm not sure, because this also seems like, actually, let me just check something real quick. Do we have enough room down here for a large runway? Not even close. If we want to do this, this is going to have to be like up here somewhere, and we might have to do like remote stands to get to our large aircraft, but maybe we'll go ahead and put in large aircraft after we do our redesign. For now, I see this area as a prime spot for some helis, and I think that could be cool. So we'll get in services in the next episode. We might get started on helis, but I'm not 100% sure yet. And yeah, everything seems to be running pretty well, apart from the consistent crash every single episode. This game is an absolute delight, and I am really enjoying it. If you guys are enjoying it too, make sure to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, leave a comment, and of course, join as a member if you have the means. I appreciate you guys so much, and until next time, happy building, happy flying. Bye, guys.